Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Ray-Ban RB 4181 sunglasses. But first off, thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, just like these up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop these sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 57mm lenses in a 16mm bridge, and it's the standard and only size of these sunglasses that Ray-Ban produces these in, so they're not produced in a smaller or a larger lens size. You're going to be stuck with this 57mm lens size. But with that being said, this is definitely the standard size, which is going to fit the average person's face very, very well. And right out of the box, they definitely fit my face really, really nicely. Now, as far as the colorway goes, these are Ray-Ban's polished black injected plastic frames, and then the lenses are Ray-Ban's green polarized lenses, and these lenses are a plastic lens. They are not an all-glass lens, even though on Ray-Ban's website they said these frames feature crystal lenses. These with polarized lenses definitely are not crystal, so definitely keep that in mind when buying a pair of these. Because these frames are completely plastic, they are going to be very lightweight, coming in at only 28 grams, so you can definitely wear these frames all day long without any discomfort, which is really nice. Now, as far as the quality of these injected frames go, they aren't nearly as premium as acetate, and because these frames are made with an injection process, you can actually feel kind of the injection lines here on the temples, and it's not perfectly smooth, it's not perfectly polished, and you can actually literally physically see a line that separates the two injections where Ray-Ban actually puts two different pieces of plastic around a metal stem that runs all the way down to the temples and attaches to the hinges here, and because of that it does feel much cheaper, but it is nice they do have the metal stem that runs all the way down there. A really cheap way to produce this would be to just inject the temples and not put a metal stem there whatsoever, and then of course you wouldn't have that mark or that line, and then they also wouldn't have the metal stem, so the frames would not hold an adjustment that you make as well. So it's very important that it is there, but either way it definitely makes them feel much less premium than an acetate frame. Now, as far as hinges go, these are 5-barrel all-metal hinges, and they feel very nice and premium when opening and closing. They just feel very nice and substantial. And these frames are made in China. So if we see here in the inner right temple frames, they say Ray-Ban T and then polarized, and typically the T means China. And of course, if it doesn't say made in Italy, then it's definitely made somewhere other than Italy, whether it's China or Brazil or India. And the vast majority of the time that a pair of frames is not made in Italy, they're going to be much worse quality than the other frames. And that kind of goes with these frames as well. They're not nearly as nice as frames made in Italy. They just feel a little bit cheaper. Now, as far as the actual practicality of these goes, they are very practical with how lightweight they are, and they still do look really good. I do like the look of these frames. They do look kind of classy, kind of like a more flat lens version of the Ray-Ban Predator. So you can see they don't have near the wrap that the Ray-Ban Predator would have, and the lenses are also here taller. So they'll kind of have that Predator vibes, which is definitely not a bad thing. Now, if we take a look at the top of the frames, you can see a Ray-Ban logo painted on there for authentication purposes, and we can see a little P after that because these do have polarized lenses. Now, if we take a look at the middle left of the lens, we can see a little etched RB logo, which is also there for authentication purposes. Now, moving down to the outside temples, we can see the raised Ray-Ban logo in the outside temple, which definitely adds a little bit of styling and character to them as well. Now, as far as coverage from sun goes, here we can see they kind of wrap around the face pretty good, so there's not a huge gap to let sunlight in unprotected. And then here on the side again, there is a pretty small gap, nothing too crazy. So overall, they are definitely pretty practical as far as coverage from sun goes. I would say they're about middle of the pack, not too bad and not too good either. Now, as far as pricing on these goes, these are going to run you $200 directly from Ray-Ban's website, which is absolutely crazy. That is definitely too expensive. We do have these available on our website for a substantial discount off the original MSRP, not even anywhere near $200. So make sure to click the link description down below if you are interested in current pricing and availability of these frames on our website. But basically, these frames are just a good beater pair of frames in my opinion. Something that's lightweight, they don't have to worry too much about, and because of that, the price tag should definitely not be anywhere near $200. The build quality here isn't terrible, it's just nothing really good, And again, they are not made in Italy, and the build quality here is just okay. Again, the hinges are really nice, and then as far as the optical clarity of the lens go, even though they are plastic, they're still a very clear lens. The polarization on these works absolutely great, and they're of course also going to block 100% of UVA and UVB rays as well, which is extremely important for your eye health. So that's one of the key things that you're looking for when you're buying a pair of frames. You need to make sure they do have 100% UVA and UVB. But yeah, overall, definitely an interesting pair of frames. Wildly overpriced at $200 with the polarized lenses. With non-polarized lenses, they are $160. But yeah, certainly an interesting pair of frames. Again, I do like the styling, and I do like how lightweight they are, but very expensive. And because of that, I really don't recommend them unless you get them for a substantial discount off the original MSRP. And even the pricing that we have on our website being substantially less, it still doesn't, there's still probably better options. But that's just my opinion, of course. I'm very interested to know what you guys have to say about these. Do you love these? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments section down below, and we can start a conversation there. But that's all I guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.